A thread by Brian Cates. Remember all the people who told you the Epstein case died with Jeffrey Epstein? Nothing was going to happen now. What did I tell you? And note, this happens 2 weeks after Jeffrey Berman was fired. From The Guardian, Ghislaine Maxwell arrested by FBI on charges related to Jeffrey Epstein. I keep telling you all kinds of huge Moabs are coming in the lead-up to the 2020 election. Most people are focused on Spygate and the Flynn case, but there are plenty of other lines in the water. The Epstein pedo ring, Ukraine, Iran and China. There was no new evidence to gather. There were no new witnesses to interview at this point, but Berman was dragging his heels and sitting on it. And the only reasons for that were political, so Barr replaced him. 4 months is a long time. Keep that in mind. Ellie Honig says, SDNY just announced the Ghislaine Maxwell case, like the original Epstein case, is staffed by the Public Corruption Unit. I worked at SDNY and did sex trafficking cases. They do not run out of public corruption unless there is some potential angle against a public official. And Brian responds, ding ding, we have a winner. I said when Epstein was first arrested, there was a very real and compelling reason this case was being handled by the SDNY PCU. They are going after the officials who let Epstein and his co-conspirators walk. Lol at all the dumbasses that think this means Trump is about to go down for being some kind of pedo. No. Berman and others were refusing to let the case move forward, not to protect Trump, but to protect other people. Everybody wish-casting that the Epstein case is somehow about Trump being some kind of public official back in 2008 and 2009 when Jeffrey Epstein was given that sweet, sweet, sweetheart deal and all his co-conspirators were allowed to remain anonymous and walk away. Pay attention. Trump is the most thoroughly vetted presidential candidate in the history of the United States. And frantic, desperate Democrats and political operatives have been digging through all the records and tracking down every rumor for going on 5 years now, looking for anything on him. Trump's past is scorched earth at this point. So many investigators, like the Mueller team and others, have covered that ground so many times. Anything that would have taken him out would have been found by now. If you're telling yourself that the Southern District of New York has been sitting on evidence for 2+ years proving Trump was diddling kids with Epstein and company, you're delusional. I wrote this back in July of 2019, almost exactly 1 year ago for Uncover DC. History now repeats itself. From uncoverdc.com, Democrats again set themselves up for massive disappointment. An article about the Epstein case being about Trump. Haha, no it's not. SDNY has now posted the Maxwell indictment. Look, getting convictions against the actual pedos, that's easy. That case was built back in 2007 through 2009. They already had most of the evidence. So, arresting Epstein, Maxwell, and all the other co-conspirators in the pedophile network, that's not the heavy lifting here. The heavy lifting involved in the SDNY Public Corruption Unit and the FBI investigating, building cases against, then indicting and arresting the powerful law enforcement officials and others in government who facilitated the injustice in 2009 of letting Epstein and company walk away. The heavy lifting involved in this Epstein case is that the FBI are going right after the powerful former and present government officials who let a pedo ring escape justice a decade ago.